Hi, my name's Katie Gold and I am here today to talk to you about Gen Z. My generation is extremely big, from people spanning 18 to 20 years old who are extremely politically motivated and continuing on in higher education, to the 12-year-olds who are honestly just more interested in keeping their 25 Snapchat streaks. Because our generation is so huge, we have people born from all the way in 1995 to 2010. To put that in perspective for you, the younger part of the generation were born after Beyonce's Single Ladies came out. Or if you ask them what Lizzie McGuire was, they would most likely have no idea. And some of them were born in a world where Taylor Swift was still actually country. Anyways, since most of us have been raised in this age of extreme technology advancement, we have become increasingly needy of that. And because of that, we like things instant. We need instant gratification, instantly things done. We don't particularly love talking to people if we can get away with it. And that's what we want from online banking. That's what we want from banks in general. Many of us are getting to the age where we are starting to get our first jobs, where some of us are starting to learn to take out student loans and everything else, and most of us have no idea what we're really doing. So, to talk about that, I went and talked to some of my smartest friends that I know to get their opinions on what they look for when they're looking for a bank and what they'd like to see.
So a lot of us are high school students and we're kind of broke, don't have a lot of money. So incentives to even just sign up for an account would be really great, like concert tickets, food gift cards, gas cards. These would all be great incentives for signing up.
Right. So Generation Z is like super into technology. So we all have to have everything super accessible, which is why online banking is really cool. You can deposit your checks on there, you can check how much money you have in your account, you can transfer money from your account to someone else's. So it's super nice to have everything on your phone and not have to go to the actual bank and talk to real people. You can just do it all through your phone.
Something that I think would really help Gen Z people with banks is having counselors or experts that would help us learn about student loans and other types of investments, because I feel like that's something that we don't have a lot of knowledge about, or that we might need help with in the future.
Okay, so name recognition is not only important in the political world, it's also really important in the banking world. So name recognition in the political world means one politician will put out their name very frequently and get it out there, whether they're sponsoring something or just putting their name on a t-shirt per se. And that way people recognize the name, and when they go to the ballot, they'll vote for the name that they recognize, not the name they don't. Works the same way with banking. So banking, you need to make sure that your name gets out there as much as possible. It's very important to promote your name so people will recognize it, and when they choose their bank, they'll want to choose yours. I know personally for my family, we had one bank that we were so familiar with in Bloomington, Indiana, where we used to live. We moved here to Granville, and while that bank might have been farther away from our home, we still went there because we were familiar with and we trusted that bank. So it's really important, if you're trying to reach Generation Z people, start pushing your name to the younger generation, so when they grow up and they start making their own banking decisions, they'll recognize you and they'll trust you to be their bank.
Now that you've heard from my friends, let me just tell you one more thing that I would really appreciate with a bank. I would love having someone there who is extremely knowledgeable about things that a young adult would go through. Things such as building credit, taking out student loans, how to take out their first mortgage. That would be so extremely helpful to have someone who lays out all of your options in a very transparent way. I truly don't think that the world is prepared for what Gen Z can bring to the table. We are passionate individuals who want to bring about change. And you, the banks, can help us. Yeah, education is nice and having a passion for it can help as well, but unless we have the finances and the ability to support ourselves, we aren't going to be able to be the change that we want to see in this world. So by you giving us the ability to put our best foot out there, and by giving us all the options that we need and that we could want to be successful in life, you can help us be the change that we want to see in this world.